What's going on, everybody? Decabyte Gaming here today with a brand new series. And as you can see by the fabulous thumbnail, it's not only just a individual series, but it's like an interview series. So basically, I've contacted a few YouTubers that roleplay on GTA, whether it's GTA 5 or SAMP or MTA or really any GTA roleplay server, and they're known for it, obviously. So that's basically the whole point of the series, kind of to get to know them a little bit better. Um, and how and basically for them to answer questions that a lot of people have asked or want to ask, but just haven't got to it. So yeah, without further ado, Cycle100, you're here with me today.
Clap, 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 clap. Yes, I'm glad to be here, man. Thanks for hitting me up, fam.
Yeah, no problem, bro. It's good to have you. So like I said before, just we've got some pretty basic questions, but we've got a list of them. I'll add questions on if I find them necessary as we go on.
For sure.
So, Cycle 100, tell us about yourself.
Man, about myself, bro. It's a pretty lengthy story, but basically, I'm a 20-year-old black male from Southeast Georgia, man. From the deep, deep south of Georgia. I love seafood. I like to eat, obviously. I'm in college as currently a junior right now. I'm studying information technology. Uh Yeah, just a little bit about myself. I'm very hardworking. I'm very outspoken individual, and I'm also a content curator on YouTube.
Yeah, so there's a few questions I might add on later on, but we're gonna stick to the on topic right now, content creator on YouTube. So, what got you into YouTube?
What got me into YouTube, to be honest, man, it was just really I got tired of watching. I got tired of watching other people play the same game I was playing, and what I say about that is like, say for instance, my career began in GTA 4 with GTA 4 roleplay, police roleplay, and there was tons of content creators who would have their own fan base, and they would make their videos, and they have all the support and the love and the comments. I'm just like, man, well, it, I don't want to be a fan. I want to be a content creator for people and interact with them and have my own fan base, my own viewership as well. So that's what kind of kicked it off. And I always been the type of person to want to record myself. And like way before I was, way before the internet name Cycool100 even came around, I just would just randomly record myself and just playing the game, really, and add my own little commentary. But I would never post it on YouTube. And so one day I just set one of my videos to public and I just kept on with it. And just consistency and just having the drive and the passion to do it really led me to really up to this point.
Yeah, so moving a little bit forward with that, so with you in your YouTube channel, you're about at 8K subscribers, 8,000 subs, aren't you?
Yeah, yeah, man. Embarking on slowly on 8K. I'm currently at 7.9, but run it up. It will be 8K real soon. Much appreciated for the support.
Yeah, so how does it feel to be at that position? Like, did you ever expect to get that many subscribers when you first started?
Good question. No, not really. I I started when I was really, really younger, so I had like unrealistic expectations. I was just like, "Oh, I'm gonna get like a million. I'm gonna get like a million subs soon or whatever." But like the older I got, the more I noticed, oh, this is like something you have to work towards. This is something you have to build on your own. Like this is something that you have to really cherish and actually grow. Like just how you would, I don't know, grow a garden or something like that. It takes time and it takes care. So I didn't ever think I would get to this point. No, I didn't. But as time went on and as I got older, I started taking it more seriously and I started adding my own twist into my videos. And from that point, I would just grow in a community on my channel. So no, I never thought that I would get this big, but it's just like, I just told myself I just stick at it, stay with it, it could probably go somewhere, and it's went somewhere, and I'm very proud of what I started, and I can't wait to just keep continuing what I've been doing, man, expanding my channel more than just gaming. Excited.
All right, yeah. Well, honestly, dude, first off, congrats ahead of time on 8,000 subs because you definitely deserve it. I like your videos, dude. Like they're amazing. They keep me entertained. I watched the entire one. You even got recognized by a server manager of GTA World in your most recent one too, which I found pretty cool because it
Oh,
just
yeah,
goes to
Bajork.
show. Yeah,
Yeah.
Bjork is he's
Oh,
pronounced
oh,
Bjork. Yeah.
oh, shoot, I can't read then.
No, it's okay.
I thought it was Bajork.
It's spelled like that, but there's like those double dots I think above his J. So it looks like
Oh,
it's yeah. It
so
looks like it's
so
to be
it's
Bjork, but it's actually Bjork.
Bjork. Bjork. Alright, bet. Bjork. Shout out Bjork.
Yeah.
'Cause
um
I was saying Bjork the whole time.
yeah. So I know we're gonna move on a little bit. I know your most of your YouTube channel is based on roleplay, starting from I believe well, like you said, you started off in GTA 4 and like clan roleplay, like police clans and stuff, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah. When did you how did you discover Samp?
Well, so I had a little prelude to Samp. I had a little exposure to Samp. Then I left it. Then when I came back in 2015 is when I really truly discovered Samp. But to start off in the prelude, I used to play this server called mini game server on Samp. I don't remember what it's exactly called, but it was a mini game server. You would just go around do little mini games or whatever. And so that's when I first found Samp. That was like I don't know. It was before 2015, probably like 2013. And then eventually I kind of fell off fell off of it once or twice. And then I moved on to GTA 4 roleplay as well. Is when I really started taking roleplay seriously. But so I did that from probably like 2014. I did from like 2013, 2014, and then I actually truly found Samp in 2015. Like when I say truly, is mean I found Los Santos roleplay. I found servers like Koki's DM. And from there it just kind of took off. So from 2015 is when I really sat down and really took Samp into like a serious thing that I wanted to play. But before 2015, I was majorly doing GTA 4 police roleplay. So 2015 is where I found Samp.
Okay. And I know judging by like all your videos you've done in the past, I know you're a very when it comes to character development, do you really like think hard on what your character is going to be? Like do you take time out of your day to kind of think like, "Huh, I have this character idea. Now how can I make this a reality in GTA World or LSRP?" If that makes any sense.
Well, I'll say when it was like 2015, 16, 17, I was really hardcore on character development. So yeah, I would sit down and I would think, what should my next move be? What should my next video be? And I did it for so long, and it turned out to be a great character, James Arquette, by the way, and Jalen Arquette, by the way. But I noticed that I wasn't really having as much fun as I could have had if I would just live more in the moment. So I used to do that. Now I'm just more of a in the moment type person. Whatever comes up with my character, that's just how I deal with it. I don't try to plan anything out. If I do plan stuff out for my character, it's minimal because I'm all about role playing in the moment. I'm not about staged role play, because role play is like it's I don't know what the word I'm looking for, but it's une- it's a lot of unexpected events that can happen in role play. And for me to just plan out stuff doesn't really make it fun on my end. But, you know, viewers might enjoy it, but I myself also have to enjoy it. So but I do used to sit down and try to think of some ways how I can make my character better. And that's okay too, but not too much of it. You always wanna just leave some room for just randomness, and
Yeah,
just go at it. You feel me?
yeah,
Don't try to
okay.
don't try to be too hardcore on your character. Just let it ride. Do what I say. Freelance. See where
Yeah,
you end up.
that's definitely some really good advice, honestly. Um, I for one, the way I develop my characters is because I'm the type of person that that always wants to make my character different from every single like previous character. But
Yeah,
I sometimes get like end up with the same type of traits or something similar to like my old characters. However, I find the best tactic for someone who's like a new role player or something or wants to get into roleplay, don't necessarily think about how you're gonna like what you're gonna do right away, right? Like, don't think of a career to do when you first start role playing. Start role playing with people and building up a development. Always like, don't get me wrong. Think about like how what your character is gonna do or like
yeah.
be, for example, like your
Facts.
traits. Um, it's another word I'm looking for. Your trait.
Characteristics,
Yeah,
habits, and some of the time I would even kind of shape my character into kind of myself, but in like an older version. So like I'm 20 years old now, but my character on GTA World, he's 25. So I kind of like wouldn't. It's almost like an envision of how he would not. It doesn't directly depict how I'm gonna be at 25, obviously, but it's just I would add small characteristics that I think I would have, or just thoughts or actions that I would have maybe later in my years. So I would add some little nicks and knacks there of my personality inside of my character, but not too much because I still want my character James Arkwood to be James Arkwood and not Cycool100. I almost said my real name, but but not me. So even though
yeah,
I would add a dash in me in there once or twice because you are the person that's role playing your character. So it's kind of hard to not add your own little flair or your own little personality to your own character. It's just eh,
yeah.
it would be not like right. You feel me?
Honestly,
That's
and I
why that's why I appeal to mostly. That's why a majority of my characters are of African American. It's just what I thrive in. I don't see myself role playing like I'm a Russian mob or anything because I just don't think I can thrive in that role play area. So I think my best ability is African American dude. To be honest, that's just a preference of mine.
yeah, and honestly, dude, like I don't blame you because I'm kind of the same way in that sense too, right? Like I always find most of my characters, no matter what I'm role playing, like legal, illegal, whatever, I always have like some sort of nice personality within them, and it's
Yeah,
not just something, and it's just like something I can't like change, and that's just me because it's me
sure.
in real life, and it's just something like that's like forced to be added, and it
Yeah,
doesn't
it's
like
just
let
it's
me
just how you're
change it.
hardwired
Yeah.
for sure.
All right. So that was a longer answer than I actually expected, so that's pretty good. Um, so what was your moving on to the next question? What was your most memorable moment throughout YouTube and or roleplay time? So it doesn't have to be something that's
Oh
like visible on
man.
YouTube if you don't want it to be.
So my most memorable moment, like like on a server.
Yeah.
All right, man, that's good. That's a good one, man. So starting off with LSRP, since a large majority of my videos are LSRP, man. Man, that's a good one. I've been in the gang role play. I've been in um the police aspect. I've been in the FD aspect of LSRP. Man, man, oh man. I gotta say a event that always crosses my mind is the crazy Idlewood riot that happened 2 years ago. I'm actually looking at the video right now. It was with my character Jalen Arkwood, and it was a large riot in front of the pizza stacks. And I just thought, wow, it was just I don't know, it was something crazy to see because with me just now, just then finding LSRP. What year was that? That was 2017. Okay, well I was just 2 years fresh on the server, and just it was my first time seeing something like that, and I was just like, wow, that's actually pretty cool. And that video actually got a lot of response from it. It was crazy. So I think the crazy Idlewood riot, you can find it on my channel. That's probably my favorite part on LSRP, to be honest with you. Um, if I would have had to do like a runner up, it would be definitely the end of James Arkwood. The ending of his life was pretty. It took a toll on me in real life actually, because I really missed that character, and a lot of development went into it. So but yeah, that's my top. That's my favorite moment right there.
Yeah, and I actually like that reference to the end of Jalen Arkwood or James Arkwood. You, I remember that video too. In the end, because the way they do it is they admin jail you for 99999 minutes
Yeah,
to for a CK, and I just remember seeing your entire screen spam with PMs.
yeah, man. That was
Everyone
you
knew
know,
you, dude.
yeah, bro. It's crazy because like such a small community, bro. Like, believe it or not, bro, you are attached to your character, bro. Because if you spend so much time on the computer role playing this character day in and day out, recording videos for the character, uh, uh, uh constantly role playing 4 or 5 hours a day, you know, you have some kind of connection with that character, even if it's just a fake character, because you care about it. And it just when that happened, it was just crazy. And I was just so proud of what I created. When it came to the end of James Arkwood, so it was just like I got to carry his legacy, and I feel like it's gonna be forever carried in gang role play, man, because it's not even gang role play, because like, it's some more great role players out there, but just content creating in general for role plays, specifically Samp, James Arkwood, I firmly believe that he stands in a section of that, because it's like you can watch from episode 1 to episode 62. It's just his life, and it's crazy, man. Spent a lot of time on that character, so it's crazy. But believe it or not, bro, your character is literally something you actually care about once it's taken away from
Yeah, and that's really true. I I had a character that originally initially it's they started on RCRP because that's where I came from primarily, right? Like
you.
I
Yeah.
wasn't really in LSRP at the time. But anyways, so Paige Califord, my one of my most proudest developed characters. I developed her from someone who was just like an early 20s girl that just enjoyed like parties, clubbing, but then kind of like threw herself into a more adult life in terms of like getting a job, having to live throughout that life and live out problems.
Yeah.
And eventually it led to her killing herself in our CRP. But that when that happened, it was like it was nuts, dude, because that character meant a lot. So I moved on to when I moved on to GTA World, obviously brought her back, and
Right. Got to.
it was one of the best freaking moments ever. I developed her for a long time. I developed her basically how it was before. Now I know that the way I developed her could kind of came annoying to some people, or was silly, but I was fine with that because that's just how she was supposed to be developed.
Mhm.
Eventually led her into a prosthetic arm, and I'm not gonna like take the spotlight too much because it's not
Oh,
my
nah,
close.
go ahead, 'cause it sounds interesting. The name sounds familiar too. What was the name again? Page
Paige
what?
Califord, Paige Califord.
I feel like I've seen it once or twice on LSRP, but
You
yeah.
probably did because I think I made it. But anyways, so had some drama with someone, right? And long story short, the drama ended up into her getting lured into an apartment where she had her suspicions because of the person doing it or like
Mhm.
inviting her to their apartment, but
Yeah.
she wasn't like crazy about it. And she walked in, sure enough, had a gun pointed to her head as soon as she went in. And
Wow.
at first, my first thought, like both Celia and my character's first thought is, oh, okay, one person. Probably nothing more is gonna happen than me getting shot, right? Nope. Army comes in. Army of masked individuals with guns come in,
This is in
all
GTA
drawn.
World.
Yeah, GTA World. They don't play
Mm.
around in there. Full army of Russians come in, right? Now I have like about 17 guns into my head, and they tell me, all right, put your hand on the table. So I'm like, okay. Next thing you know, knife right through the hand. I decided to RP getting a prosthetic arm later on after that. Um,
Mm.
and long story short, because of how it was and how badly, like, because obviously at that point it's going to be a CK if she tells anyone, and she knows she's going to eventually tell someone. So it's a weird story later on, but eventually she CKs, and the really saddest part is unintentionally, she CK'd in a motorcycle accident, and the person that she crashed into was her best friend, and her best friend witnessed
Dang,
her dead in front of her.
that's a twist.
That is a
That's
big
like
twist,
the
dude.
ultimate twist. That's like a movie, to be honest with you. What you just
Honestly,
explained
dude,
to me.
I'm gonna explain it to you after this video because it's a crazy story.
It sounds like a very interesting story. Like
Yeah, I could.
you went above and beyond. Just you went beyond James Arkwood. That it just goes to show you, bro. Just the development of your character matters, bro.
Yeah.
It matters, and
S-
you'll feel so good at even in the end. Even if you decide to kill it, or if you decide to go ahead and CK or I don't know PK or whatever, you know that you had some very good role play, and that's what it's all about. Role
yeah,
play. You
exactly.
role play this character, and you live out his life. You dictate his life. You know.
Yep.
Not many people understand that. It's just that's just how it's supposed to be.
Yeah. We're gonna move on to the next question. Uh, so do you have any tips for the people out there who want to start making a YouTube channel? Like, do you have any advice for them? Tips?
Tips. Well, for beginners, man, YouTube is something that you have to work. You got to work. Nothing is going to come easy. You got to earn. You got to stay consistent. You got to pay attention to what your people want. Pick your crowd and just go at it. Don't worry about the numbers. Don't worry about the amount of subscribers you got. Just be consistent, be unique, and most importantly, be yourself. And I promise you, it, you'll go up. That's just how it works. That's how it worked out for me. You know, I found something that I just enjoyed to do, and I just simply became myself. I didn't change, not a lick, because I knew if I would change, it wouldn't be authentic. You know, just be authentic. And
Yeah.
but most importantly, make sure your content is different though. You know, you don't want to have the same videos as somebody else. Add a little twist to it, and just go from there. You know, but
Yeah.
just most importantly, just stay consistent, man. You know, just because you upload one video and you probably got 10 views on it, keep going. Don't let it discourage you because them discouraging moments gonna come. Them moments where you don't feel like recording nothing, they gonna come. But it's all about how you bounce back and how you give quality over quantity.
Yeah. Absolutely right. Now, same question, but instead of YouTube channel, roleplay. Do you have any tips for the people who may want to start role playing on servers like GTA World or LSRP, stuff like that?
Well, you know, depending on if you're like a first time role player or if you're like kind of like a seasoned veteran, man, it's really not much to it. Just apply the same philosophy as you would, you know, with your other role play experiences. Now, if you don't have any role play experience, videos, definitely videos. Learn the server, learn how people role play. Um, I would refer my videos. You know, you can just see how people uh simply role play in a role play server and just base your learning off of that. So if you really want to do it, there's plenty of content out there for you to learn how to properly role play or at least see how you're supposed to, and then you begin to add your twist to it. As far as a person that's like that been doing it, you know, don't be afraid to try anything new. I feel like a lot of people are afraid to try something new, you know, and kind of back when GTA World came around, I was like, do I really want to try GTA 5 roleplay? And I kind of like lingered on it for like a month because I was scared of something new. Don't be scared of anything new because if you try something new, you don't know, like, you don't really know if you're going to like it or not. And I actually really ended up liking GTA 5 roleplay because it's so much more immersion, it's so much more customization, and it offers so much more, in my
Creativity.
opinion, yeah, creativity than other I'll say more than Samp. I'll put it that way. But in the end, it's not really a competition, bro. It's just what you like, you know. But don't be afraid to try anything new for sure. Just go at it, to be honest with you, and try it. If you don't like it, you can always come back, you know.
Yeah.
But I do
Um,
feel like GTA 5 roleplay is currently increasing. I will say that
I
because
definitely agree.
it's just like the next step up to, you know, roleplay as far as roleplaying on the computer go. Text based roleplay at that.
Yeah. Another thing, because I know recently you've been starting to upload videos on your YouTube channel of voice roleplay on 5M. Um, how are you liking that? And what is the difference between voice roleplay and text roleplay, aside from the obvious that it's text and voice?
Well, I actually really like it. You know, I frowned upon it because it goes back to what I said. I was afraid to try something new, but when I tried it, I was like, man, this is actually really different. Um, so I do like it, and I suggest other people to try it. So difference, obviously, you know, it has its obvious differences. It's text based and it's voice, but to me, I feel like with voice based, you add even more immersion to your character. You can be more of yourself. It offers you to actually be your character. You know what I mean? Like, while as you use your voice to role play, you can actually be your character. It kind of unlocks that feature. You can't really get your point across, you know, when you're doing text based role play because people first off is text. You know, it has to be read. So I
Yeah,
feel like you can add more emphasis in your sentences. You can depict, or what's the word I'm looking for? You can show more emotion in voice role play. Um, and it has its pros and cons, I would say. Um, but they're good differences though, you know.
yeah,
But if you're not comfortable using your voice, I mean, text base is always there, you know. But voice role play is fun. It again, it just adds to your ability to add your own little flair to your character.
yeah. Um, so we've got a couple more questions left, and this one's kind of running back to the first question I kind of asked, or where one of the first. Well, how did you react when you reached 1,000 subscribers?
How did I react? That's a good question. I know how I reacted when I reacted to 400 subscribers. There's actually a video on my channel, of me reacting to 400, but 1,000, I, it was just no. To be honest with you, I don't really remember the moment, but I can guarantee you it was happiness, bro. Because it was just like, you know, you never know what something can turn into, and I seen my YouTube channel turn into something that I always wanted it to turn into, just based off me being myself, and that's how I knew it was just like, man, this is what I'm cut out for. And when I reached 1,000, it kind of was a wake up call. And a lot of YouTubers, a lot of content creators say, you know, that first 1,000 is hard to get. So I know when I reached that milestone, I got something, you know. And
Yeah,
so, you know, yeah, I was happy, definitely happy.
Yeah,
But I think 2,000 subscribers when I really turned up though, because I did a little Q&A. So yeah, that was fun too.
yeah. Um, so I know you do vlogs now, which are really good. Have
Yeah,
you Do you plan on doing more vlogs? And would, if for some reason you had to stop playing or you decided to stop recording Samp or GTA World, would you do vlogs full time on your channel?
it's funny you asked that, man, because I was just actually finna make a video based on that exact question. So to answer your question, bro, yes, I would actually. You know, I've been lately these past couple of days. I've been explaining to people. I've been on this same server, specifically talking about LSRP. I've been playing LSRP for 5 years, man. 5 years. I think I was like probably 15, 14 at the time. So, I had time to do that stuff. I was in high school at the time. But now that I'm 20, my time is kind of limited. And so I know personally that the day is coming to where I probably won't be able to play Samp or play LSRP or GTA World, not as often as I want to. Um, but when times change, you got to change right along with them. And so, what I do plan to do is when that time comes, I will be expanding the Life of Cycle playlist that I have on my channel. I will be expanding that little series and just making my YouTube channel really on a personal scale. I'll talk about myself, talk about my situation with school and just life in general. A lot of people have been wondering about my leg. I'm gonna make a video on that just to put that out there. And so yeah, I'm just planning to really expand. It started off as a gaming channel, but soon enough it'll get into something I want to do. This is like my next step. It's just the next step to what I have to do because
Yeah.
everybody runs out of time, man. That's how I put it. So the 5 years and the 5 or 6 years I've had on these different servers, man, I've had a blast. But again, when times change, you change along with them and you adapt to them. So definitely gonna invest my time into the Life of Saku series once that time comes.
Oh yeah, for sure. Um, and another question, if I can remember it off the top of my head. I, you know what? I I can't remember the last question, but I do remember this last question. This question. Do you have anything to say to the viewers out there that are probably watching this before we end the video? Do you have anything to say to your viewers and
My
other
viewers,
viewers?
man. I love y'all, man, because y'all the reason why I do this. One thing is that I do it for fun because I don't know, I love to share my energy with other people, but on the other hand, I just really love to interact with people. Maybe in real life I don't find myself to be too much of a people person, but when it comes to content creating, my personality comes out. And I feel like without my subscribers, I will probably still be kind of an introvert or whatever you call it. But I don't know, I mean, my viewers and the viewers that are watching your video as well, man, it humbles my heart to see people that want to see me do what I do. It means a lot. So yeah,
All right.
special.
So again, thank you, Cycool100, for taking some time out and doing this with me. It was a real honor. It was fun.
No
Um,
problem, man. Real talk.
I think a lot of what you said really will answer a lot of people's questions. Especially with how in depth you went into a lot of the questions. I was honestly not expecting that. I was expecting like maybe a sentence or two, but you went like a whole entire essay.
I got to, man. I like to, I don't know. I kind of blabber a lot too, but it's like I kind of got to get my point across so different people can understand. That's all.
And honestly, I didn't have
Critical
if
thinking.
yeah, if this was like just if you answered everything in one sentence, I'm sure we would have been done a long time ago. Because I only had like one, two, three, four, five. I only had 8 questions on here, and you've ended up answering 10 because two of them were like random that I kind of came up with.
Oh
And
yeah,
we're
for
at
sure.
35 minutes now too.
You
Um,
got you did you remember the other one?
no, I didn't. Oh, right,
Uh,
actually, now that you remind me. So I know you told me this, but maybe your viewers might want to know. Why don't you shout people out on videos?
yeah, man. So I have a very shouting out, you know, it all goes back to what I was saying near the beginning about having your own YouTube channel, bro. Um so the main reason why I don't shout anybody out is because first off, it may sound kind of selfish, but nobody never shouted me out. And I feel like to truly get the true experience of being a content creator, you don't need a shout out, bro. You don't need one at all. Be you, be yourself, post your content, grow your channel. How it simply is, But if you collab with me, and you at least show effort and you make a video with me or something, or just collaboration, then yeah, I mean, it wouldn't necessarily be a shout out, but I will, put your channel out there that way other people can watch your content. But as far as shout outs, man, I don't do shout outs simply because you don't need one, man. You don't need one because I firmly believe that my channel is gonna be a prime example of that, getting it off the muscle. That's my whole motto with YouTube. That's what my whole motto with content creating. Man, you get it off the muscle, bro. You don't need nobody else help because it's your channel in the end.
Yeah,
That's
and
how I look at it. It's important that, and you're gonna feel so good when you're gonna feel like me once I embark on this 8K and subscribers and I grow more. I'm gonna feel good because I know that you know I earned everybody's. I earned that person to click that subscribe button because they want to see more of me, and nobody didn't tell them to, but I influenced them to, subscribe to me, So it just
yeah,
makes it even more special when you know that you tried your best and you're getting the results that you created all off the muscle.
yeah, be true, be you.
Facts, facts, facts.
All right, well, that's about all the questions I have. Um, there is a very big possibility if this video goes places and there's more questions. If you've watched this far into the video and you have a question for myself or Cycle100, be sure to ask it because if I get enough questions from the viewers in the comment section, I might even do a second part with just the viewer questions.
Whoop whoop. Yes, sir. That
Because
sounds good to hear.
a lot of these questions were just made up by myself because I kind of put myself into the viewer's shoes because, I'm a viewer as well, obviously, of your channel. So I
Yeah.
put myself into the viewer's shoes and I was like, what would I, as like a viewer, want to know? And that's how it came up with all of
It's
these.
and as I was talking, I was like, man, this is a really good idea because it gives more insight,
Yeah.
Um, I haven't really did a Q&A video, and so for you to bring up the idea, I was like, yeah, that's actually a good idea. I'm for showdown because people got to know, and it just gives you more of a connection with the person that you like watching on YouTube. You know more about them, which is one of the reasons why I actually started the Life of Cycle as well.
Yeah. Now, honestly, keep doing what you're doing because you're doing really good at it. Um, you're definitely an inspiration for a lot of people out there, and I can say for a lot of the SAMP roleplay and GTA World roleplay videos I've posted, I was inspired by you. I am inspired by you, and I really appreciate what you do. Um, so yeah, thanks for coming on this little interview.
Much appreciated, man. Thank you for having me, bro.
Yeah, so and thank you to my own viewers for watching. And if you like what you see, don't forget to leave a comment down below. Turn on the notification bell because all these interviews will be premieres on my channel. So you definitely want to get notified of that. Comment any questions or general comments or even concerns. I'm always open for feedback. If you think I could do a better background than what I have right here, go for it because I know I'm pretty bad at this one. It's pretty damn basic. but but yeah, so thank you guys for watching and I'll see
Yeet.
you all in the next one.